Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cherry or Cherry Sims. Welcome in. Today's video is a speed build, and I've never done a speed build before. I mean, I have technically. I've done an apartment one, but I really wanted to build a house from scratch, and what better way to do it than build a house for two lesbians in Fort Bagley. I'm just saying. So that is what we're doing today. I really wanted to make a cute 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. I kind of envisioned this for being a couple that doesn't want kids, but you know, you could easily convert or make a room or things like that. But I really wanted to make a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house that is just really big on gardening and livestock, and just having a very expansive yard to do a lot of activities together and with friends. So that is what I came up with. I had a couple of pictures from Pinterest that gave me some ideas of how I at least wanted the exterior of this house to look, but I really didn't follow them. I kind of gave it kind of a shape of one, but then I just got creative and just worked with what I got. Honestly, this house is fairly small, at least right now, because I think I did bring the back of the house out a little bit more to make more space, which you'll see in a couple of minutes. But overall, this is a pretty small house, but I really did enjoy you know, decorating and all that, because that's my favorite thing to do. And this year I'm trying to make more houses because I really love decorating apartments, but I never really give houses that same treatment. You'll see here. Yep, I extended it. I made it a little bit bigger because I figured that the bedroom would be kind of small, which would then make the living room small, and then the entryway to that weird shaped room is going to be like their greenhouse, or like, what is it, like a sunroom or whatever for plants. Here you'll see me trying to do something with this roof. Now granted, it looks cool here, but I really wanted to have the glass roofing, and it just, you could see it didn't work out well. So I did make it just a regular square. Like, it is what it is, it's fine, and it still turned out great. And now I'm trying to figure out, and now that I'm looking back at this, I did not put any decor on the right, to me, the right side of the porch. But that's okay, because like I said, there is a lot of stuff, a whole bunch of stuff, a bunch of plants that I tried to put around the porch on the left and the right, and then in the back of the house, it's like it's a lot. So I think the fact that I forgot to put things on one side of a porch, it's not really that big of a deal. Okay, so here I was trying to figure out a way to push like the door back so you could have like a landing over your head, like if it's raining or something like that, snowing even, because I forget it does rain and snow in this world. So that's what I kind of figured to do there, and I think it kind of worked, because I wanted it to have the illusion that this is a 2-story house. Maybe like the upstairs is like a huge attic space, and I could definitely have made an attic space here, but I kind of didn't really want to, and I also kind of didn't think much about it. And also I would have had to put like a ladder to get up there, and I wasn't quite sure, you know, where I wanted to put that ladder, so I ended up not doing that, and I think it still turned out fine. But I really liked the items that I used. This is a CC house. I don't build with things that came from the game. Once I found the CC items that I really liked, that's what I stick with. So with that being said, this will not be on the gallery just yet, but if you do like it and enough people want me to, I will figure out finally how to work Tray Importer or whatever it is that you have to use, so that you are able to download this house with, you know, all of the items in it that I used. Because I used a bit of different CC from different CC creators and packs that they made and things like that, but I mainly used I think it's the nostalgia pack of CC. I can't remember who created it, but I mainly use that for the living room and like that little corner that's to the left of this area. I love this CC so much. It just obviously reminds me of childhood. The huge big back TVs and the DVD, not even DVD players, but like the VCR and all that. Because I remember, not to age myself, but I remember I used to have like all of the Barbie, maybe not all, but I had a good amount of the Barbie VCRs. And my favorite Barbie is Barbie and the Nutcracker and Barbie of Swan Lake. And so this just reminded me of like when I was a kid and I would just watch Barbie and the Nutcracker and the Swan Lake movie over and over and over again. And honestly, I probably would have ran that VCR into the ground, and I'm sure that I did, but that's just what this reminded me of. So I imagine 2 Sims living in this house at most, because there's no space for more unless, you know, you have your 2 Sims here and they do have a baby. The baby can stay in their room, but this would be like a house that they could either add on to convert to make another room, or, you know, like they could turn the sunroom into a bedroom, which, you know, plenty of space. Maybe they could move their stuff in there. The baby could have their room, things like that. But I could really just see 2 Sims living here. So like I said, I made this house for 2 lesbians. That's just me personally. I love making a farmhouse for 2 lesbians to live in, where it's just a whole bunch of farm animals and just beautiful scenery and everything. I just love that for them. So that's what I decided to do. Also in the intro, you would have seen a sim that I made previously for another house that I did not record, but I made that house like months ago. And I just imagined her and her fiance living in the house before, you know, their baby came into the picture. There's a big old story, but you know, we're gonna be here for a while. Let me tell you about that. So the sim that you saw in the beginning, her name is Sade. And if I'm remembering correctly, she got a house that I built for her from her like grandma. I put it in Oasis Springs, and I envisioned that it was like a shared living space. Like there's one building to the right or to the left, either way, a staircase, and then there's another building on the other side of that staircase, and that building got converted into a flower shop because she loves, you know, making flower arrangements and all that. She has a big backyard, so she had that house for a flower shop, and then her house was for her apartment, and then there was another apartment on the back of the flower shop. So I used the for rent pack. She had those rented out. Nice. She made a little bit of money, but then she met a man, and this is when she was kind of like experimenting, trying to figure out, you know, what she wanted in life. So she met this man. I believe his name is Miles. He is a sim that's created by Taj, that's on TikTok, and I put their name on the screen. But they actually don't upload TikToks anymore. They moved to Tumblr because TikTok, you know, you can get a little bit too immersed and then you kind of put your life on hold. So I completely support them with their decision to leave. But anyways, Tosh made Miles, so I put Miles in my game. You know, Miles and Sade met. They hit it off naturally on their own. I didn't even force it. They naturally hit it off. One day I look, they're wicked woohooing, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Next thing you know, Sade's pregnant. I'm like, whoa, we don't have enough space in this house for a baby, because even though it's a big house, each apartment only has 1 bedroom. Yeah, each apartment only has 1 bedroom, because the one that she lived in, there was a top and a bottom floor. The bottom floor was like living room, kitchen, small living room, small kitchen. Upstairs is like a loft style bedroom and a bathroom and then a balcony. So there was no space for a baby, unless if you wanted to trust that no one would break into your house and put the baby in the other part. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. That's just so weird to me. So I was like, we're not gonna do that. I was like, okay, we're gonna figure something out. Cut to, Sade is in her like 2nd trimester. Before Sade met Miles, Sade met this other sim, and I'm gonna be so real with you, that other sim's name is skipping my mind right now. I cannot think of their name. So what can I call them? I'll call them Claire. Sade met Claire before she met Miles, and they really, really, really hit it off. And Claire is a female sim, and Sade was like, I've never been with a female sim before. Like, this is so weird. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, so they had their own thing. They went on a couple of dates, but it never went anywhere. And then Miles, like I said, he's a celebrity. He has a lot of money. Miles was like, okay, well, you're pregnant with my baby. Like, I think you should move with me to San Myshuno. He has the big, I think it's the penthouse, or maybe it's not the penthouse or whatever it is, but it's the one where there's a pool on the bottom floor. That's the one he lived in with his other friend that is also a celebrity. And Sade was like, well, I don't really want to do that. Like, I'm used to living in Oasis Springs, and I'm not used to living with men, and I don't want to live with men. And I was like, yes, girl, I feel you on that. And so Sade and Miles had this conversation that, like, you know, I don't really want to move there. Miles was like, okay, I love you a lot. You're having my child. I have a lot of money. Let's go to the bank. Girl. He took her to the bank. He gave her 2 million simoleons. He gave her 2 million simoleons. And she was like, oh my God, I've never had this much money before. You know, like, she has the renting property, you know? So, like, she was like, I'm making, like, I don't know, like a few $100s, like, every sim week. She never had that much money in her life. So he gives her all of that money. She's like, oh, okay, this is really cool. Like, thank you so much. And so he's like, I just want you to find a house where you're comfortable and you love it and you think our daughter will love it. And I will completely support you on the fact that you don't want to live with me right now. She was like, okay, that works perfectly. Cut to Sade and Claire. They start texting each other again. They start getting a little bit friendly. Sade comes to the realization, I don't like men. I think I am a lesbian. Oh my God. Well, that's a great realization to have while you're pregnant with this man's baby. But I digress. Miles is a great man. He decides, you know what? Something seems a little bit off. Is there something you want to talk about? Sade comes to him, says, hey, I like women. And I know I'm having your baby. And I hope you don't think that's weird, but I don't really see us having this relationship any further. And he's like, well, this is a lot to take in. Like, I thought we were, you know, he was probably going to propose to her or something, you know, after they had the baby, you know, a year after that or whatever. He was probably going to propose to her. They were going to get married, have this big, you know, Hollywood wedding probably, you know. But she was like, I don't, but I really love you and you're a great friend and you're one of my best friends, but I just don't think I like men. And there is this woman that I was kind of seeing before you and I met, but nothing ever, you know, happened. And then we just became friendly again. And I realized that I like women, and I realized that I've always liked her. He was like, okay, that's fine. So they were adults. They talked it through. Miles, you know, he realized that I can't change that. You know, you like women. I can't force you to like me. That would be very weird. And so she broke off things with him. He was actually very supportive of it. He was like, you know what? I'm still going to support you. You know, you're the mother of my child. You keep that money I put in your bank. You keep that 2 million simoleons that I put in your bank account. And she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. That's actually very kind of you. And I'm very grateful that you would, you know, let me keep the money for the baby. And so, you know, they did all that. They went to the doctor's appointments together. And then Sade calls up Claire and it's like, hey, can you come over? I would like to talk to you about something. So then Claire comes over. They have a conversation. They realize they are in love with each other and that they want to be together. And so they start dating. Sade is like in her 3rd trimester at this point, just about to give birth. I'm scrambling using the Sim Realist real estate mod because I'm like, she needs a house. She needs a home before this baby gets here. We cannot have this baby living in this weird apartment system where once she turns into a toddler, I don't have enough space for a toddler bed. Where is she gonna sleep? You can't co-sleep, which I think is kind of weird. They should have added that into the you know, the new pack with the babies and the infants. They should have added co-sleep in because people do co-sleep. But anyway, I freaking digress. So I'm working real hard. I'm working overtime, trying to get her a home. I find a home that I really, really, really like. And it actually was a house that I built here in Henford on Bagley. Not on this lot, but a bigger lot, on like a 50 by 40 lot. You guessed it, for 2 lesbians and their twins. And that was in my save file like 2 or so years ago. I've been playing on the save file for a long time. But anyways, same save file. And so I'm like, okay, this is actually great. I found the perfect home for them. Let's go ahead and get this going. So we get the real estate agent, we get them called up, we go tour it. It actually took me a bit because I think I messed something up, so she had to go tour it twice, and then she had to, I was gonna say fight for it. No, she had to debate, what the hell is it? I don't know. Negotiate. She had to negotiate twice, and then she finally got it the second time. And then I moved her in, and I actually really, really, really love the house. I think I posted some stuff on my Twitter like forever ago. This was like months ago. It was either the beginning of this year or the end of 2023. Anyways, I posted pictures of it. So I got her all moved in there. Her and Claire moved in. Miles came over. They took pictures, all three of them together. They didn't have a baby shower because, like, I'm gonna be so real with you, Sade didn't know anybody, so it was just the three of them. They took pictures, and then, like, literally not long after, Sade went and had her freaking water birth in her new house with her fiance. I just skipped over that. Yeah, they got engaged with her fiance. I don't remember when Sade and Claire got engaged, but I just know that they are engaged and they are to be wed. But I have not played them since she had the baby. Anyways, she had little baby Poppy, the cutest baby, probably one of the top 3 cutest little sim babies I have ever had my Sims have since I played this game in 2014. I don't know what it is about her. She's absolutely adorable. I love that her name is Poppy. Her bedroom, super cute. She was born in the summertime, so her room is like green and pink and white, and she has pictures and flowers all over her room, and it is just the cutest little room ever. And honestly, when I finish this voiceover in this video, I'm probably gonna go play them for a little bit, but I had a lot of fun with that. So all of that to say, that story, that is the sim that you saw in the beginning. I just used her for this because she already, kind of fits the lifestyle of the sim that I envisioned to live here. I just don't know. I don't know if whoever I make to put into this house, I don't know if they would have kids, or maybe they would. And like I said, can convert this room, or what they could do is, if they did want to have babies, they could convert this room to their bedroom, since I added a closed door, because I have this open door here, but I changed it so they could have this as their bedroom. They could have their baby in their old room, and then they could build another greenhouse. Yeah, it would be a greenhouse. They could build a greenhouse in the back yard, like beside all of their livestock and animals and stuff like that. Honestly, that is such a good idea. I just don't really know who I would make to live here, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's a really cute house, and I really like the interior, and I love the sunroom so much. I decided to just take some plants and just put them in the planter boxes. You can't grow anything in there in the planter boxes, I believe. I actually haven't play tested it just yet, but I don't think you can plant anything in there, since I put some actual other plants in there. I just think it looks nice, like it's like they're growing and they're budding, and they're different plants than what we already have in the game, or from some mods that you might have. Anyways, I've rambled and I have yapped, and I haven't even talked much about this. So I really like this bathroom. I wanted this bathroom to have a lot of light. That's why I decided not to go with that curtain, and I used the one that I did, but I love how bright it is. And in here, I wanted to put like a hanging swing for them to sit on, which is why you're gonna see me play around like way too much. It took me too long to figure out what it is that I wanted to do, and I ended up not doing this at all. And plus, I don't know, these pillars, looking at this now, and honestly looking at it when I was trying to figure it out, it's too much. It's too many pillars. Like maybe 1 or 2, but it was just way too much. So I tinkered with this a bunch, and then this is where you'll see me, figuring out what furniture I want to put on there. This is the only piece of furniture I put. I don't put anything on the right of it, and I don't know, I'm just a girl. And then I was like, well, maybe we could have just like, I can't think of what this design is called, but I was like, maybe we could just have it, over the porch. And then I was like, but that just blocks out so much of the natural light that they were getting in the front of the house. And then I was like, I could play with the fact that I wanted it to have a fake attic space or like a fake second floor. And so I played around with the roofing here. Baby, it just was not turning out right. It wasn't doing what I needed it to do. It looks fine on this side, but on the right, you can see the roof sticking out of the top of the house. And I was like, babe, that's not right. And I think I don't know, it could be, actually, I don't know. Oh, it's because that little section on the side where the kitchen is, it's not the same amount of tile space that the sunroom is. So that's why it didn't work out. And I didn't want to change that because I like how the inside of it looks. So you're going to see me again bringing out more pillars, bringing out more columns. None of them worked. I was trying to get them to match the same color as the wood because I think that's like the more basic CC staircase, like banister railings, and and the colors were not matching. So maybe I just didn't download everything that comes with it, but it was not matching. I was like, I can't do this. This is too much. So I just left it open. And I think the reason that I forgot to add something on the other side, like a chess table or something, was because I spent so much time placing all of these bright colored bushes that I think in my mind I was like, oh yeah, now the outside front part of the house is complete. And kind of, I was gonna say, and it's not, but kind of in hindsight it kind of is, because over here I put way more on the right side than I did on the left. So I think it kind of balanced it out. But honestly, I could see myself going in and adding more. Like, no big deal. It's no problem. I don't know. I really like how it turned out though. And I'm trying to get better with landscaping and, putting more plants out intentionally versus just like putting plants around the house and they don't really make sense or go. So I have added, like I took out some things, added some bushes, and I was like, this doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really work. So you'll see me change some things around a whole bunch. And then I was like, oh, this house needs like vines crawling up the side of it. So I added that. I think the ones that I put on this window is actually for the doors, but I think it works really well there. Honestly, I kind of man, this is kind of really cute. Like, I would definitely live here. It's in the middle of nowhere, and I don't think I could ever live somewhere where I don't have roommates. Not roommates, girl, please. Neighbors. So if I were to live in Hinford on Bagley, if this was, if I could teleport myself into The Sims and I lived in Hinford on Bagley, I would definitely live in like the town center, the town square area, right near like the food stalls and the grocery store, quote unquote grocery store that they have over there. Actually, it is a grocery store. Anyways, I would definitely live there, but I do like the outskirts area, and this is actually like all the way at the top left of Hinford on Bagley. Not the top one, but the one like right below it, the lot right below it. And I know you see that it says that this is called Nope, and this has nothing to do with the movie or just any type of play on words. I was actually trying to put a wedding venue here on this lot before, like sometime last year or whenever the wedding pack came out. I tried to put a wedding venue there, but it wouldn't work. Something about this lot wasn't working with the wedding venue, and I couldn't change that I didn't want it to be a wedding venue anymore. I wanted it to, or actually I think it was stuck on residential and it wouldn't change to wedding venue. So I placed the wedding venue lot that I wanted to use on this lot. It wasn't working, so I had to put Nope, and then I moved it to another one so that I wouldn't get it mixed up because I couldn't delete it. But then I opened my game one day and it was gone. So whatever did must have worked. I don't know. Anyways, over here at the front, I didn't want a pool. I wanted kind of a natural well that you could use, but now looking at it in hindsight, it's a little dirty and murky. But maybe for the plants, like the flowers, she could use this to water them, but maybe not the things that she would eat or sell, or I guess take to the little, what is it, the little, not festival, but the little competition that they have in the town center of Hinford on Bagley, where you bring like your oversized vegetables or fruits or like whatever it is. I have this freaking car. I thought this car went perfectly. Yes, the two cars are there, but that came from the game. I didn't place those there. Obviously, I didn't place those there. But I thought that little, is that a station wagon? What is that? Is that a station wagon? I don't know. whatever that is. I thought it worked well there. I thought it was actually really cute. So I let it sit there. Oh my god, y'all, I've been yapping for almost 25 minutes. That's so crazy. Okay, we got 2 more minutes. It's okay. Anyways, I put that little station wagon. I think that's the station wagon, but I don't know. You have to tell me because I don't know cars. I don't know cars, baby. So I put that out there because I was like, if anything, she would have one of those cars. Drive into the city. Drive into town. Go to that little grocery store. You know, say hi to all of her little neighbors that she don't really see every day because it's just her and her boo and her animals. And I definitely can see them having a whole bunch of cats. If they don't have kids, they're gonna have like 5 cats. I can see them being just free roaming, and they can come and go whenever. They keep food outside for like any of the other animals. For the foxes, can you leave food out for the foxes? I actually don't know. Anyways, I can see them doing that for sure. Maybe that's what can go there on the freaking right side of the porch. And then I put that little like gazebo lighted thing over there. I don't like it, so you will see I did get rid of it. I don't really like it for this. I feel like it's a little bit too modern, too suburban, and this is like real countryside. Like, I'm living in the woods. I have no immediate neighbors, and I'm all by myself in the dark, lonely woods, and I'm so scared, and I just didn't really like it in that spot. So I did get rid of it. And then this is me working on the left side of the porch, or at the bottom of the porch, putting more plants and bushes. And I would think that when they bought this house, they individually went and planted all these things. So this is also something that they work on outside of, you know, all the farm animals. Also didn't talk about the farm animals. They have a cow, they have a hen or 2 hens, 1 rooster, and a chick. I think that's all they have for right now. I might get them to have more, but we'll see. Anyways, I think this house turned out really, really, really cute. I actually really enjoyed making it. It took me 2 days to do. I actually started this yesterday, and I just did the whole entire interior. And then today I worked on the entire exterior, and it actually didn't take me as long as I thought it would. I thought it would have taken me 3 days to do completely, but it only took me 2. So, I mean, round of applause to me. Just give me my praises. And then I was looking through here, looking at all of the different lighting throughout the day in that freaking green room, and I love it. And there you go. There you go. And now I'm going to be quiet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Here's the exterior in the daylight, right when the sun is coming up. I think it's super cute. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Bye. Have a great day. Mwah.